एक ओंकार सतनाम पुरख निरभਉ निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त जुनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद। धन धन गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी महाराज, धन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह साहिब सच्चे पातशाह। भूल छिमो हमरी प्रवापन, भूलन हार कहाँ को मोसो। हवाए बंदगी अवर दर वजूद मरा, वगर न ज़ौक़ चुनी आमदैन नमूद मरा। ना साजो न बाजो न फौजो न फर्श, खुदावंद बख्शन दे ऐश अर्श। वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। We are visiting the Bani of the Japji for some time now. Today we've arrived at the 31st Pauri. Pauri meaning step in English. So every stanza is a Pauri, is a step higher, closer to understanding the nature of creation. Japji is the first Bani of the Guru Granth. The entire Guru Granth is in rags, but some Banis are not in rags, and Japji is not in rag form. It's the conceptual Bani. The second Bani, which was composed by Guru Nanak Sahib after the Sikh Gurus. We are at the 31st Pauri, which is part of the 4 stanzas which were part of the Sikh Goshti, the dialogue with the Siddhs. This is the last, I think, of those 4. And they all end the same lines, Ades Tise Ades. Ahad Anil Anad Anahat, Jug Jug Eko Bes. Ades is a terminology, salutation used by the yogis. The Yoga Mat was the third Mat in this land of India. 500 years ago, if we would look at the religious structure, it would be the Hindus, the Muslims, and the yogis. And the dialogue with the yogis is in the Guru Granth. That is in 73 paragraphs, stanzas, pauris, a very deep conceptual Bani between Guru Nanak Sahib and the yogis. Maharaj has in that opened many aspects of the human mind, the method of meditation and all other aspects which were raised by the yogis in question, including who is the Guru of Guru Nanak. Kavan Mool, Kavan Matvela, Kavan Guru Kiska Tu Chela. The Japji Sahib is a darshan of the Creator, of how the wall of falsehood, the wall of corruption between us and the Creator will fall, and why it will fall. That is the core question of the Guru Granth, how to meet my Creator. And it is in the form of such that Guru represents the Creator. The word such is a very favorite word of the Guru. Maharaj uses the word satnam immediately after ek onkar. The idea of what is sat, what is such, is not as we understand it on the day-to-day living of truth and falsehood, of saying truth. It means something much more intense. It means something which is forever, stable, never changing, and is unconditionally existent. It has no conditions to it. That is the truth, the Sach, the Satnam Guru talks about. 31st Pauri, Maharaj talks about where does the Creator reside and what is his nature, what does the Creator do, what is his energy. And again in this body also, the word such comes as a representation of the Creator. If you look at the unchanging aspect of creation and we say this is such, then literally everything which we see, hear, touch, feel is false. And the Japji and also the Guru Granth Sahib then talks about this entire creation to be like a dream. How is it a dream, Maharaj? Well, we wake up from a dream. Everything in the dream is real. But when we wake up, we realize that it was meaningless. It is not, doesn't have any meaning in the physical world. There are different kinds of dreams. Some dreams have a deeper meaning than others. But similarly with life, we take birth and we all depart from life. On departure, we understand that life is only a temporary, transient phenomena. There is nothing permanent about life. And in this way, it's a dream. It's real when we are living it, when we are touching it, when we are feeling it. But when that experience is gone, we either wake up from this dream or we depart from it. Either way, it becomes something which is not existent beyond this plane, like a play in a theater. It is true as long as the play is going on. But the moment the curtains fall on the play, nothing is real. It's all gone. This is an experiential phenomena, life. But what does life entail? Beyond what we have felt, known, and realized, beyond whatever we have run after, chased and created, earned or lost, and whatever relationships we have, beyond that, what is life? That's the essential question. In a chemistry lab, and a reaction is going on. When the reaction is happening, it's giving its symptoms, it's giving its signs. But when it is over, what are the precipitates are being studied? What is left behind? What is the precipitate of life? If life ends in death and there is nothing beyond death, then what meaning does it hold? If there is nothing beyond that curtain. And if then that is the situation, where do I come from? And where will I go? We all ask these questions. People talk to us about God and we say, of course I believe in God. But how does that change my life? Believe in God? How does it change me? How does it make a difference materially to me? There is a God or there is no God. If life was to be understood in the form of change and the non-changing, if there was something which is beyond change, like doing and being, that's one way of looking at life. Henry David Thoreau wrote this book on Walden Pond, stayed in this pond for some years and lived a very basic life to understand what is life. He made it all slow down. Everything slowed down. There was no communication outside. He would go only for a few days to his house to wash his clothes for a few hours. Mostly living by himself, gardening, doing his own vegetables on Walden Pond is the book he wrote. Talking to us about what did he perceive about life when it slows down. When all this doing goes into being, there is no doing. So the doing has a relationship with thoughtlessness. There is no thought. We don't know this state. We can't even imagine it. Even if we can imagine it, if we can't know it, can't live it, then we don't know it. The 31st body is taking us closer to the end of the Japji. Japji has 38 bodies. And it has 2 slokas. In one of these bodies ahead, Guru talks about a dharamsal. This is the place to earn something. Guru Granth Sahib talks about profiting. Not the nature of profiting which we all do in our trading or money in the bank. That we can't take with us. But what is the profit which comes from life, which we can take with us without this world, physical world? Is there something beyond this physical world? What is the truth? This is a very small, intense body, but every word is an enlightening word in Guru Nanak. Meeting the Guru is meeting the light within us. Guru word literally means that. Gu means darkness and Ru means removal of darkness. So light is our natural state of being. And there is a curtain which is making it dark. Guru removes that curtain. Guru gives us a state of being which we are not aware of. In the Asadivar, Maharaj talks about Home. In the Japji also, Guru Sahib visits Home. So he talks about life being a play between Hukam and Home. Hukam being the Creator's order, the Creator's presence. The order is the presence, isn't it? The government gives an order, that's the presence of the government. So the Creator's Hukam and the play of Home, that is the Leela of life. We don't know the Hukam at all if we are living in the ego world. But how can we give up the ego world? How can we give up the ego life? Home buje, ta dar suje. When we've understood the nature of ego, then we understand the door of the Creator. Let's visit the 31st body and then try and understand what Guru Nanak Sahib is telling us about creation. Where does the Creator live? Ji.
वाहिगुरु जी आसन लोए लोए पंडार जो किछ पाया सो एकावार कर कर वेखै सृजनहार नानक सच्चे की साचिकार आदेश तिथै आदेश आद अनील अनाद अनाहत जुग जुग एस एको वेश वाहिगुरु जी.
Maharaj talks about asana. This is a dialogue with the yogis. So the word asana is very relevant because the yogis sit in asana. Their presence is their asana. Like in yoga, in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, we talk about asanas. Maharaj here is dialoguing with the yogis. So the word asana and the terminology of the yogis is being used. Obviously, there was some question raised by where is the Creator living? By the yogis. And Maharaj is answering that. Asana loy loy pandar. Asana is his presence, the Creator's presence. Loy loy are the different realms of creation. Normally in Hindu mythology they talk about the Matlok, the Patal Lok, and the Swarg Lok, the sky, the earth, and the heatherlands underneath the land. So they divide creation in Trinity, which we discussed last time. We can say the different universes, the different galaxies, they are also loe, the different realms of creation. Where does the Creator live? He lives within his creation. How can we know that? Actually, the door to knowing the Creator's presence lies within our mind. In the Japji, in the earlier questions, when Maharaj talks about Kiv Satyara Hoiye, Kiv Kure Tutte Pal, how do I become truth? Again, the word truth. Gurunanak's favorite word is truth. Guru Amardas' favorite word is Tat Gyan. So you will see in their Banis the way they talk about Creator. Maharaj talks about the Creator as such. Maharaj says, Asan loe pandar, that the creation is truth. The Creator lives in his creation. How do we know that? We can know that only when the door to our inner dimensions are opened. Those doors are closed for us, most of us. When Guru Amardas talks about seeing or darshan, Guru Amardas says that darshan is going to come only when you meet the Guru, when you met the true Guru, the complete Guru, the real Guru, not the Guru who is just wearing his clothes like a Guru, but whose mind is awakened. This is a qualitative aspect of the mind. If the mind is there, its creation is awakened to its source, the source of creation, then only the person can be a Guru. And what does the Guru do? Two things which he mentions. Pure Gurte Naam Paya Jai. He connects us to Naam. Naam being a state of egoless mind, stable mind, where there is no movement, but where there is Anand. There is joy, and there is celebration, a conditionless state of love and happiness. No conditions attached. That's the state of being. Now there are, what Guru Sahib says, there are 9 toes to the physical body. 9. If you look at the different openings between the body, there are 9 openings, the ear, nose, everything, including the sexual organ, the anal cavity, everything is 9 doors. So that's why in the Sufi songs you will see, "Hai mera charka no lakha." The word 9 will come about. And 9 is considered a magical number. He says that there are 9 doors physical to the body, but the 10th door is not physical and it is hidden. 9 dware pargat kiye, 10वां गुप्त रखाया. किव सचियारा होई, किव कूड़े टुटे पाल, हुक्म रजाई चलना, नानक लिखिया नाल. When Maharaj says hukum raza, that means not my ego mind. It's the Creator source mind. Hukum raza, the hukum of the Creator. And in the raza of that, like we have somebody serving in a restaurant and the customer gives an order and that gets followed. So the hukum is of the customer, and it is followed by the other. So when it is followed by a waiter or somebody who's waiting on the customer, then the waiter is now in line with the order of the customer. His life is now controlled by that order which the person has given. Similarly, we are not aware of the order of the Creator, our creation, whoever is our Creator. But if we get aware and we align with it, then we live that order. We don't live our order. We don't live our ego anymore. So Sahib says that wherever a person has understood the hukum, there he will say, I am not. Now here is the play of life between hukum and ego. Nanak hukume jai bujhe. One who has known the hukum, home kahe na koi. He will say, I am not. We live the opposite. We are constantly saying, I am. We only want to say, I am. And we like to see only those aspects of life where I is reinforced. I was seeing the other day a play on Instagram. There was somebody's lectures coming on self-love, on self-solving. So these are all reinforcing the I. It makes us feel good temporarily that I am. And it's a very good thing if I'm depressed. If I am reinforced, then it's good for me if I'm depressed. If I'm feeling I am not. I'm feeling worthless, hopeless, helpless. These are the three feelings we get in depression. So, if I have to go beyond this I, if I have to go beyond this door of ego, that only the Guru can do for me. It can't happen with my own doing. Because if I can do it, then it is within the realm of I. But the Creator is not within the realm of I. He is beyond it. Maharaj says the Creator resides in His own creation, in the realms of creation. Asan loy loy pandar. And He has created these pandars, these reservoirs of existence. These abundant sources of energy and material and spiritual being. Jo kich paya so ek avar. And in this entire creation, everything comes about only once. Yet Guru Granth Sahib says that creation comes about again and again. Kai baar pasreo pasar. Sada sada ek onkar. Now here is the difference between truth and falsehood. Creation will come and go. It's not permanent. But ek onkar, he says, is forever. Sada sada ek onkar. The source of creation will always be, and creation will keep coming and going. There was an earlier discussions during Einstein's time, this theory of the universe collapsing and then coming again. I don't know if that is relevant now. But Maharaj says everything has fallen into this creation once, in completeness. Interestingly, the iron and other elements we use on earth are created only in a supernova. Supernova is an event of the death of a star. When the star is of a certain size, above I think 3 or 4 solar masses, then supernova makes the temperatures are ideal for the creation of these heavy metals, iron, lead, and these are prevalent on earth. They are prevalent everywhere. The reactions and happenings of certain events in a certain place, in a certain time, are present symbolically everywhere in creation. And the way the Creator nurtures life, which is what He is telling us now, kar kar vekhe sirjanhar. And the nurturing of this entire creation is done by the Creator Himself. Kar kar vekhe. Now we don't have that sight to see the Creator, but the Guru does. So what does that mean? The Guru can see beyond the physical. He can see that there is one dimension present within me and without me. Bahar Pitar eko jane. How can that happen? What does the word darshan mean? If you look at what darshan means, it means dropping the mind. I have seen someone and I am in awe. I see a scenery and I am in awe. My mind is dropped. I see a very nice ocean. I see a very nice mountain. I see a very nice flower. It takes away my mind, blows away my mind. I am thoughtless for that time. So that is darshan, where I've dropped my mind. Maharaj says, man chure, kat darshan jaan. When the mind is dropped, chure, that is darshan. That is how you define darshan. So when my mind is dropped, then I can see the Creator. There is another way. The Guru connects with us, then I can see. Because the Guru is constantly living in that state. And how does the Guru connect with me? The Guru, a true Guru, Guru Nanak Sahib, for example, is everywhere. He is part of this creation because he is samagaya, the word used samana. The two possibilities on ending of our life, one is birth and death, moving in birth and death. By karam, the theory of karam pervades us. And the other is that we find rest and peace. That is samana. How do I find that? When I find a naam. In our mythology, the qualitative difference of creation is defined in three different paradigms. The gunas, sat, rajas gun, tamas gun, sato gun. They define the mind in these paradigms. But there is a state beyond all qualities, where there is no qualitative mind, but you can't define the quality of the mind. And that he calls the fourth state of being. He says that is the turiya. Where is that existent? That's the egoless state of being, where I am not. Where my ego is dropped and my thought is not there. And I connect to the Guru. And through the Guru, I connect to Naam, to Sahaj. And Yogis ask Maharaj this question. Kavan mool, kavan matbela, kavan guru kiska tu chela? Who is your Guru? And whose chela are you? This is part of the Siddh Gosht. Maharaj says, Pavan aram satgur matbela, Shabad Guru surt tum chela. Shabad is my Guru. So Shabad is another synonym with Hukam. When we read the Guru Granth, we will find Shabad word. And the Shabad is prevalent in all creation, like Hukam, like the Creator's order. So where does the Creator live? He lives in his own creation, through his orders, through his rules, laws. Like Einstein said, God is all the physics, laws of physics put together. That's one way of representing it. The laws are made by whom? They are the representative of the Creator himself. And when I go inward, Maharaj, when I go into my mind, then how do I connect to the Creator? So then Maharaj has defined the state of mind, which he calls the Sun Avastha, where all energies are condensed at one point. They reside within me, with just thoughtless states. So santok is the word he uses, where I have no desires. I'm not looking outward. Where everything is gone inwards. And I've connected to a source within me. And what does this source bring to me? Maharaj says this is a amrit. He says we are all looking for amrit. We are looking for happiness forever. That exists in our state of mind, within us, not outside. This morning we meditated on the Shabad by Guru Tegh Bahadur, in which he talks about the Creator. He says, Kahe re ban ko jat jai, sarv nivasi sada lekpa, tohe sang samai. Why are you seeking the Creator in forests? He lives with you. Like the flower the smell essence which lives in the flower, the smell. तो मध्यों बास बसता है. Like there's a reflection in the mirror. मुकरमाए जैसे छाई, तैसे ही हर बसे निरंतर. Just like that, God is residing constantly in continuum everywhere. Where do I find him, Maharaj? Kat hi khojo pai. Seek him within you. The door will open through the Guru, but we need to seek. He says, Bande khoj dila roz. Go and search in your mind, in your thoughts, beyond your thoughts. Na fir pareshani maaye. So if I ask this question, what are the hindrances to me meeting my Creator? Actually, there is only one, the ego. When he resides everywhere, when he is nurturing us everywhere, then how is it that I don't see? Because I am seeing only myself. I can either see my ego or I can see the Creator. I can either see Naam or Home. There's a very beautiful Shabad I saw of Bhai Nandlal the other day. He says, Chu Khuda Hazir Ast Dar Hame Hal, Tu Char Me Jani Digar Parubal. Chu Khuda Hazir Ast Dar Hame Hal. If the Creator is within me in any condition of my mind, then how? How? Why are we so troubled? Tu chira, main zani. Why are we so desperate? Digar parubal. What is the need for that then? But how do I see the Creator? I can't see. I don't have the eyes. Maharaj says that when we meet the Guru, we get the eyes. The mind expands in its vision and finds the darshan. With these eyes, we can't see, he says, with the physical eyes. We can see only the physical dimension. ए नेत्रो अन से सतगुर मिलिए दुब दृष्ट हुई. And Guru is Shabad, like we are contemplating on this Shabad, the Pauri today. If we reason this Shabad, logic of this Shabad, the Greeks call it logos. If we have understood what the Shabad is saying in our logic, then it should take us into the dhyan of Shabad. The dhyan, where I become Shabad and I have no thoughts left. Where the Shabad resides in my mind. And we were a few bodies away from what the Shabad does to us. We are only few bodies away from that body. Kadiye Shabad Sachi Taksal. Where the mind gets chiseled by Shabad. The corruption goes away. And we nurture the pure mind. Like in a pond there is dust and we can't see the floor. But if we allow the dust to settle, then we can see the floor of the pond. So is my mind turbid with our egos, with our desires, with our thoughts. When Gautam Buddha talks about life, he says, the first aspect of life is that life is dukkha. Life is dukkha. And the reason for dukkha is desire, Krishna. What does that mean? It means I'm looking for something somewhere where it doesn't exist. Krishna is my desire to find my happiness. After all, everything I have desired is because I want to be happy. But that desire where I'm looking for that happiness, it doesn't exist there. There's an old story of Rabia al-Basra from Iraq. She was a Sufi saint, and she told her friends that she lost a needle, and she made them search for the needle all day outside the house. And when it was getting dark, the friends asked her, probed her, where did you actually lose it? Exactly where? Rabia says, actually I lost it inside the house. Then they laughed at her and they got angry and they said, you made us search for something outside which you lost inside the house. And she said, yes, I want you all to know that's exactly what we do with life. We lost our anand, our happiness within us, but we are seeking it outside in the material. Now the quality of the anand, our happiness which lives in the physical world, no matter what form, the pleasures, the joys, whatever, that's not absolute. What I mean by that is that it is not unconditional. It has to do with conditions. And the first condition will be that I am physically present. If I am no more in the physical world, I can't partake the physical happiness. And then there are other conditions, because if I have connected myself to a relationship or to an object or to a status, these are all transient. They're all changing. So then that is the other thing, that this happiness which I am trying to find is very unstable. It's constantly changing. So when we talk about sukh in the physical world, the quality of that sukh has dukh in it, built into it. That's why Gautam Buddha doesn't talk about sukh in that way. He says this is all dukh. Because the moment the sukh which I am, the happiness which I am living, the moment the conditions will change, it will go away, and that will mean that happiness is gone and it will become sorrow. So happiness and sorrow live together. And this is the issue which we have with life. We assume that whatever I am gaining in life will give me happiness forever. And that's the Maya. That is the paradigm where it's not true and I'm living it. That's the wrong perceptions of our life. It doesn't exist in the physical world. If we live this happiness knowing that it will go away, if we accept this happiness is transient, is not permanent, will not be forever, then we've lived the hukum of the Creator. That's what the Creator is saying. This happiness is not forever. Then acceptance is the key to finding the inner life, not expectation. But in the physical world, it is impossible to live without expectation. Only in the inner world we can live without expectation. So I am cooking a dish and I expect to make a meal out of it. So if I follow the process, then the expectation will be gone. If I follow the process of making the meal so intensely that my desire to make the meal is gone, then the process itself is my awakening. It's taken me beyond change of life. Such is life. Maharaj says that the Guru resides in his own creation. Kar kar vekhe sirjanhar. He is the one who nurtures life. Nanak sache ki sachikar. And truth, true, is the creation of the Creator. True meaning that will be forever. Now when Guru talks about creation, he says creation comes and goes. So it is always in flux. It's either getting destroyed or getting built. But then where am I in all this? What will happen to me? Well, these were aspects discussed earlier in the Japji. When Guru tells us about which way we can go. So he says one way is the way of the karam. Punni papi akhad nahe. Pun and pap, sin and doing good. They are not just merely talk. Akhad nahe. Kar karna likh la jao. As we do, so it is written in our minds. In our subconscious, unconscious mind is recorded. Immediately recorded. Punni papi akhad nahe. Kar karna likh la jao. Ape beej ape hi khao. Your own seeds you will have to sow. Nanak hukmi aab ho jao. In the hukum of the Creator, you will keep coming and going. You will keep wandering. That's the curse of life, that there is no stability. Constant wandering. And one of the Banis we did earlier, in Omkareshwar Mandir near Indore, Guru Sahib has some 50 odd bodies of this Bani called the Omkar Bani. It's in Dakhni Ramkali Rag. So often people represent it as Dakhni Omkar. There the main theme of that whole Bani is Kya Pavye Sat Sucha Hoy. No, sorry. That is the Rahav of Siddh Gosht. Kya Pavye Sat Sucha Hoy. Saat Shabad bin Mukt na koi. Why are you wondering? Where are you? What are you wanting to achieve? Without meeting truth, you can't become pure to meet the Creator. Saat Shabad bin Mukt na koi. Without the Shabad, you don't find your freedom. Why? Karam is not a freedom. Karam is a trap. Every action, good or bad, I do, traps me. It ties me down. It ties me to the results. Good or bad. So I'm not going to be free. What makes me free is Shabad. What makes the mind free is meeting the Guru, the darshan of the Guru. There we get lost. We seek for a physical Guru. We seek someone who can talk well, represent well, dress up well. This kind of our conditioning to fall away. We are conditioned to meet certain kind of people who we think are good, but that doesn't mean the person is alive, awakened. Doesn't mean his mind is connected to his inner source. It doesn't mean that. So Guru has given us Shabad as the Guru. So the conditioned mind drops. We have understood the logic of the Shabad, and then we have gone into the Dhyan of the Shabad. What does the Dhyan do? It makes the mind stable, stationary, unmoving, non-wandering. Bhagat Kabir says, Tuk dam karari jo karo, hazir huzur khudai. You see the Creator alive, present. If you have stabilized your mind for a minute, for a fraction of a second. Tuk dam karari. So the ability to see the Creator is within us all, but we don't know how to make our minds stationary, non-moving, thoughtless. That's the key to finding the door of the Creator. Meeting my own source. Like Rabia says, go within you and you will find the Creator. And if you don't go within, you keep wandering outside, then the karmas will dictate life. And the other day in the session last week, I discussed this one Pauri which was mentioned in the Omkar Bani. And Guru talks about you have had many lives, many wives, many fathers, many mothers, many brothers and sisters. You are so tired of the wandering of life. You found many gurus, many chelas, but your gurus were all incomplete. They never opened the inner door. How does this inner door open? The Dasam Dwar, the 10th door. When we are stable in the mind, this 38th Pauri to me is the most pleasant Pauri in understanding this whole aspect of the mind. Jat Pahara Tirat Sunyar, the last Pauri. When Guru opens this in very cryptic ways, and very briefly opens this whole creative process, I'm relaxed, I'm thoughtless, I'm desireless. And I am in Dhyan. And I met the Guru in Shabad. And the Shabad will reveal and open the door. Dasam Dwar Kunchi Jab Dije, Tab Dayal Ko Darshan Kije. Then I will see that the Creator resides in His own creation, that the physical aspects of life exist, but they are temporary and transient. So in that way I will see that the real life is not the one I am living. That's the dream. Now if we see the actions of the Gurus, you will see that they were in complete different reality from us. Their mind state was completely different from our mind state. They were not holding on to the physical as their only aspect of creation. They were able to perceive, live and know a reality beyond the physical body. And only those people win life. The rest of us all will lose and go. Lose meaning ego is going to go away when we end this life. It will be taken away from us, snatched away. Like the Greek poem, he says, I have fought many battles, many wars, always as me. But the me is not known. Always a different character. I'm fighting a new battle, a new life, a new relationship, a new target. And see how all this play will happen. And how religion confuses us. We start identifying, I am this religion, I am better. And these religions have started fighting now. Whereas a religion is a spiritual realm, where the ego goes away. But if we use that realm also as a way of building our ego, then we have soiled the medicine which was to heal us. Even that door will close for us, which is closed. That's why society is not full of love. We find hatred as an easy stimulant, which will burn us. Burn myself, burn the other, burn creation. Burn in the sense, make it hell for us. Guru Granth Sahib uses the word bik, poison. Amrit chad bikhe bikhay. The creation is Amrit, Anand, happiness, joy, love. But I leave it for hatred, war, deceit, making the other submit to me, subjugate the other. So I become a sadist. So Freud says either you're a sadist or a masochist. But what if we have solved this issue and we have become a lover of creation? we have found the love, unconditional love, which exists. The Anand, which is conditionless. Like Bhagat Ravidas says, Mehram Mehal na ko atkave. Nobody can stop this from coming to me, the grace. This is the satnam, where my mind state is full of love and anand. That is the meeting the Creator. Those are the conditions of meeting the Creator. And all of us are seeking that same Amrit. Killing is actually seeking happiness, unconditional happiness, but at the wrong place, and in the process destroying others. That's what happens when the mind gets lost in its games and the ego takes us on a journey which is a disaster journey. The ego is a disaster journey. Naam is the self journey of love. We need to find that Naam while we are living. And Guru says only if we have done this during our lifetime can we transcend death. Otherwise we wander seeking the same Sur nar munjan amrit khoj de, so amrit gurte paya. That amrit, unconditional happiness beyond death, is found only with the Guru, Shabad Guru. How do we touch with Guru Maharaj? How do I become one with Shabad? How do I meet my Guru? Sometimes simple things which are revealing, which are gifts and which are solutions of life, we ignore them, knowing they are right there. We walk by all life without experiencing the ultimate reality of life, while it's always with us. We find it all deceitful as an easy way of living, but we deceive ourselves most of all. In this whole game, we are the losers, where the pain will come to me again and again. And I don't like pain. Nobody likes pain. Bande khoj dil har roz, na fir pareshani maahe. He says you are constantly debating the realities of life. Ved kate biftara pai, dil ka fikr na jaye, but the worry is not gone away. How does the worry go away, Maharaj? Tukdam karari jo karo hazir hazur khudaye, bande khoj dil har roz, by going within the mind. Na fir pareshani maahe. He warns us then, eh jo duniya seher mela. This world is a meeting of a limited time. I was nurtured in my young years by a spiritual, very highly spiritual evolved person. And one thing he used to repeat very often: time, money is always an energy, is always in limited proportion. Don't waste it. Of course, I don't follow. I don't listen very much. So I wasted a lot. Maharaj says, "Eh jo duniya seher mela, dastagiri na hai." See what this world is. It's a meeting of some time, some years. Seher. But it will ultimately end in departure. Mela, meeting, will change into departure. I have a very dear friend who passed away a few months ago. Where is he now? I don't know. We all have lost someone or the other in our lives. Where is that person? Gone. Gone on their journey, decided by their karam, wherever it will take them. Unless we are spiritually bound, we will not meet spiritually. But of course, we keep meeting because of karams. In our lifespans, we again keep meeting the same lot of people. We meet now since we met earlier. That was another thing which Sant Niranjan Singh used to tell me. And lifetimes are a reflection on the mind. We can know our life, past, present, future. It's not a big deal. It's not an issue which is relevant. What is relevant is that we find that door within ourselves, we find the Guru within ourselves. And the simple method Guru Sahib tells us in the Japji is, Gaviye suniye, man rakhiye pao. Sing. Sing the Shabad and listen to the Shabad. And what does this do? Takes me into dhyan of Shabad. Then my whole being is Shabad. And Shabad is the creator. And he asked this question, how mein kitho upje? Kit sanjay mein jaye? Where does the ego come from, Maharaj? And how it will go away? How mein eho hukum hai. How mein is the way the creator has created life. If there is no how mein, there is only creator. So we have, through the how mein, an opportunity of living life and knowing the creator. How mein eho hukum hai, paiye kirt phiraye. And through this how mein, the whole creation, everybody, the whole world is running about. How mein dirgh rog hai. And it is an intense disease. It is an illness. If we don't go beyond ego in this life, it is our illness. Daru bhi is mine, but the medicine is also within it. What's the medicine, Maharaj? Kirpa kare je apni. Connect me, Maharaj, to Shabad. Kirpa kare je apni. The Gur ka Shabad kamaye. Give me this opportunity to connect to Shabad. I used to be studying in the south and I was alone in my room and I could enjoy the presence of Shabad. I would wake up early morning, sit and just sing. And I was transformed into another world. The Shabad is the door to the other world, where there is no death, no loss, no pain, no sorrow, and there is no time, no conditions, and where love and anand, happiness exists, where I meet my Guru through the Shabad. Home bujhe ta dar suje. When I understood the nature of home ego, I understood the door of the Creator's house. What is the idea of all these sessions, all these meetings, discussions, is to open that inner door. Whatever religion, whatever, those are not material. Naam is material. I connected to Naam through Shabad and transformed myself. I live the realm of no death, no frustrations, no loss, no mistakes. Life is so moving so fast. Life is so draining. So many targets we have. And all our energy gets drained in that day-to-day situation. But we need to change that. Absolutely, we should go and live the life to the fullest. Chase those physical dreams we may have. There's nothing wrong with that. But only the physical. If it limits us to only the physical, then we die with this physical. We are spiritual beings. It's a book which was written earlier. This is the children of the stars. We are literally spiritual people. And if we are in denial of that, then we have to pay the price for that. Guru says the Creator resides in this creation with us, right here, right now. And it's the absolute possibility that we can realize that state within this physical bodies. But we need to make an effort. We need to get up, open the door, walk into that door, change our attitude of life, change the way we look at life. Nanak sache ki sachi kaur. And truth is his trademark, never changing. Now this is the last body of the 4 bodies which were part of the Goshti with Guru Nanak and the Sikhs. But there's a lot of love exchange with the yogis and Guru Nanak about life. When we talk about spirituality, we talk about love. Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj says that without love you can't find the Creator. When we talk about the soul, it's all a journey of love. Jin prem kiyo ten hi prab payo. And he loved so much that even when his children were sacrificed, his love for the Creator, his children, and for creation was never diminished. This is the way life can be found in its real self. In that self where life has an inner flavor which nobody can snatch from us, which doesn't change, which is not dependent on the changes of the physical mind or the physical world. It's the Atma, the Ras in the Atma, the Atam Ras. Maharaj says, Ades, they say Ades. Salutations to that one Creator. Ad Anil. Ad, beyond time. Ad is beyond the 3 times. Before there was time. Even then he was. Anil can't be corrupted. Anad has no beginning. Anahat can never be destroyed. Jug Jug Eko is. He is forever the same. Let's learn, seek and find him within ourselves. The 31st body of the Japji, meeting Guru Nanak Sahib. Let's walk towards transforming ourselves forever. I thank you all for coming to the session. And if Guru wills, we'll go to the next step. We are very close to the bodies of the Japji and then the slok. Meeting our Guru and holding him dear to ourselves. Thank you so much. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand in Zoom or you can write them on YouTube and let's see if I can address them. Thank you so much.
जी का खालसा वाहेगुरू जी।
हाँ जी, वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहेगुरु जी।
Can you describe again Sachi Kaur?
This whole creation is his car, his creation, the entire universe. It is truth because he resides in it. It's all changing, but it's truth because the true creator resides in it. That's the only reason why it is true. Otherwise, it's all in changing phenomena. And one day it will all be gone. The day may be eons away, but it is always there. Creation is set to be destroyed at a certain point, but not the creator.
Viji, in that case, can we say that ego is also under hukam?
Yes, of course it is created by the hukam. हमें हुक्म है. That's the reason Maya is also under hukam. If Maya is not there, there will be no life. Maya is created by the creator, but we don't know that. We have lost the sense of reality by the play of Maya with our ego. We don't go beyond understanding who is the creator of Maya. जैसी अगन उदर में तैसी बाहर माया. Like there is heat in the womb nurturing the child, like that the Maya is in creation nurturing life. करते खेल रचाया. This is the play of the creator. But we don't see beyond Maya. We don't see that which can be counted is Maya. It's not real. It's not forever. Ji.
Viji, then how to act smartly in this playground?
Shabad Guru Turtun Chela. That's the whole talk about Shabad. Shabad is the stability, the key to creation. Connecting the man to Shabad. That's the way of finding the real world.
Ji, Viji.
Ji. Thank you so much. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.